seem so, because I'm sure bullying wasn't new back then. So I talked about Todd Watson Harpo, who was the one that picked on me. I remember Jay Kaiser biting me in communications class. Never met him, never laid eyes on him, didn't know who he was. He bit me, physically bit me, and left teeth mark, drew blood on me. I was so scared of that guy. Every day he picked on me. I was scared of going to that class. Somehow he acted like we were buddies because he picked on me. He was the first guy I ever got stoned with because I was so scared to tell him no. I walked home with him. He made me go in his house. I was scared he was going to bite me, beat me up, or do something to me, and got me stoned. Yeah, I did all these things, but there was a reaction that I did. So you talk about turning to drugs and alcohol and self-mutilation and all these things. I just wanted him to leave me alone, and I didn't want to feel scared anymore. So if he was going to act like he was my friend and I did some cool stuff with him, I was going to do it. And I talk to him now, and I don't hold any grudge against him that I'm fat or have type 2 diabetes or eat too many Fritos or cupcakes or anything like that, or that I can't smoke weed or drink or do any of that stuff. But those things really happened, and then too. And I'm sure I'm not the only kid. That's what I meant when those rules go on. So then I'm sure I in turn turned around and picked on the kid that lived behind me. Dan Watkins. I'm sure I picked on him. I was mean to him or ridiculed him, made fun of him around other people. Same thing. I was putting him down.
Right.
That we've all done this. But what's changed it to make it so serious that someone would take their own life or do these other things? And that was the question I was asking you, and then I wanted to keep our topic going to was, what changed that to make this so? No, I don't think anybody was killing themselves when we were going to school and getting picked on and bullied.
There were,
there were some. Probably was.
There were some.
There was a girl that was your guys' age, in your grade, and
right.
She tried killing herself, and she got caught before.
Why does that?
And we don't know anything about the girl.
Huh?
Right. I don't understand that either.
Well, but here's the thing, and then we go back to, in those days, you can get away from it for a little bit.
I would at least talk about it.
You can hide from it. You can not answer the telephone. Whatever it is.
You didn't even have your phone number,
Right. Yeah, if you were unlisted, you were golden. Yeah.
Right. Hidden off the grid.
And if somebody was telling that story, they had to call somebody on the telephone, and that conversation could take a half hour. So you can only get to so many people during the night.
I wonder if I started attaching names to the Facebook post, if other people would just start putting names. I wonder if that's a good movement or if that's deflection. Does it cause a fight? I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but because like I said, I've done it too. And if somebody said that I bullied them, if Todd Sorgi, I know I own this too, and I thought back on that some today when I was thinking about that I said I was going to call people out. I picked on Todd because he picked on me first, and I was just better at it. I was just better at picking on him than he was at picking on me, and I'm sure you could relate to that.
Yeah,
he picked on you too,
right?
But you were just better at picking on him. Bottom line is, we still, we still
right.
picked on that kid.
Now, would it count as bullying if you're like a group of friends and you just like call each other names?
Each other? I don't think we bully each other. No.
Like,
I think it's different.
Like, oh, my friends. Like,
bullying would be like your group, I think, picking on somebody else.
Right. So if we went after, somebody else,
you brought up picking on and bullying. I don't know if there's really a difference when we read the rules. We have that generational definition,
right,
of being picked on and being bullied. But
friends group, like you guys like pick on each other, but it's not like bullying.
No, but that's what I was saying. I think it's the same now.
Right, but what and this goes back to what we were talking about. What about that one day where you guys all pick on me and I'm far too sensitive to take it?
Right.
And then what?
David sent us a picture that looks like this, and then we would know that it was 8:30, and we're supposed to be getting close. And, hey, we might be picking on him the wrong day.
It's supposed to be wrapping things up.
But though, I think that when you become close enough of a friend with someone, You can tell when they walk in the door. You can tell
Yeah.
when you're talking to them what kind of day they're having.
Like a best friend.
Right. You know if your buddy's having a bad day. And then you'll know, well, I can go in for the kill, all right?
Or he's just
or
living-
he might, black my eye, So I know that, you can feel it out. I think if you're friends, if you're not friends,
I think this is a
little harder.
discussion that can go on for
Oh, days.
We could
Now
do
let me
this
ask you this. So
actually.
before we get done,
having Dominic on that.
yeah, before we get done, I know that the school pushes bullying like crazy.
But
They're-
they don't take care of anything.
What?
Say it again.
They don't take care of anything.
They don't
take-
really know what to do in a lot of cases.
Right.
Right. I think we sat here and figured out we don't know what to do other than what.
But they-
Yeah, but
We're not kids.
So here you
if
go.
If they would push it enough, at least they would know how to deal with it.
And here you go. You're going to you'll have an assembly, and there'll be a guy there, and and how many people have been bullied? And dude, you know as well as all of us, the guy that bullies the most people, the king of all bullies, he has a membership card. He'll put his hand up in the air and say he's bullied, and you're like, dude, are you kidding me? Am I right? It happens every year.
He's the victim.
He's the victim.
He's a victim, and
But they're
then
trying to save the bully too.
Right.
Right. Because he comes from a bad.
Right.
His dad's not there, and his mom, he's a latchkey kid, and he's lashing out, and
but where did
He got the sugar diabetes.
yeah.
how can we? You can't count on the school to
No, you
do that
can't.
because
You're right.
of there's so many legal.
No, but it's almost like what
Things.
they do is it's like a slap on the wrist, and it's like, yeah, there you go. See ya. Get on my own.
So are
They
you
don't know
saying
what
that
to
they-
do because sometimes what seems like the right thing to do can actually make it worse
Right.
for the victim.
So when you took the kid's shoes, do you remember this incident?
Uh-uh.
You don't remember taking a kid's shoes and throwing them?
You're about to.
Yeah.
Who's throwing them? No.
It wasn't. Who's the
Oh,
we-
the one that took my shoes and they sat on me and started.
So he
punching
took
me
your
in the face.
shoes?
Yes.
All right. But then didn't you do something back to him? And he's the one that probably he gets bullied
No.
more, but he was bullying you,
Gave
right?
him a dirty
He
Sanchez.
was
he did.
the bully.
But doesn't he usually get picked on more than anybody else?
No.
People don't make fun of him.
No.
Okay.
They call him like he's the.
He's the bully.
That didn't
yeah,
work out.
he's the bully.
Because I also think that it's vice versa.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of, I saw him and how he was talked to in football practice, and I saw, to me, that again went
Wait,
to,
what kid are you talking about?
Oh, we're not going there.
He's not a football.
he was the very first year you played, Alvin.
Oh no.
Oh, Alvin?
No, we didn't.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Well, it's about time to go.
You picked back on him.
Yeah, it's 8:40.
Yeah, that was.
Be sure to
Yeah.
tune in at 10 o'clock
Anyway.
for
let's
Blog Talk Radio.
That's friends.
let's shoot this. All right, and then we'll get on to
Alvin's
the
hilarious.
whoopie muffins or whatever we got
Whoopie muffins.
cooking.
Oh, you
Whoopie pie.
get whoopie pie.
And
You don't feel good.
that should be your nickname, David.
Whoopie pie.
Whoopie pie. He was going for show tunes,
Show tunes.
and I had fruit punch, and I think maybe whoopie pie would be a good
Just wanted something that meant absolutely nothing.
yeah. nickname. I think we'll vote
Oh, a
on
nickname that means
Wait a minute. What about?
Yeah.
that. Yeah, whoopie pie is great.
I got one. Hold on. I got one for you.
Start out with
You're working on okay to address bullying behavior, and this website is
Get him.
forever long. Stopbullying dot something.
Stop bullying. Speak up.
It is. They say to address bullying behavior, make sure the child knows what the problem behavior is. The young people must learn that their behavior is wrong and harms others. Show kids that bullying is taken seriously, and I think this where you were talking that, and maybe not so much, but I think as responsible adults, we probably all should jump in on that. Work with the child to understand some of the reasons he or she bullied the other person. Sometimes they bully to fit in. Other times they act out because something else, issues at homes, abuse, stress, is going on in their lives. They also may have been bullied. And then use consequences to teach. You know, we did discussion about how to be a good friend, write a story. Who's going to do that? About the effects of bullying or benefits of teamwork. Role play a scenario, make a presentation, do a project. You know what? Sit down and talk to your kids about how to be a friend, how to be a classmate, how to act when people don't do things your way. You know, how to react to situations that, you know, so that we learn the right actions so we're not always reacting. You know, I think that's probably when we get right down to it. It's whoopee time. It is.
That's the last. Although it's other drugs, so never mind.
Yeah, he's moved on. So anyway,
Winner be sauce.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whether you've gone through it, which we've all faced that during our lifetimes, you're going through it, or you're bringing kids up in this environment where they will see that. Remember that it's nothing new. This bullying is probably not going away, but that we all work together to come to a common solution, and that you're not alone. We've been there, and Epic Coffee Time is going to be around until we all die. So I'm not planning on that anytime soon.
And I bet these three kids will pick it up. So.
Oh yeah,
they're plotting our takeover now.
The kids will take over. So we'll be around for some
Well, the
time.
puzzle, it was just a diversion
Yeah.
to throw us off our games.
Stevie and Carmel are always like, well, when you guys die and we do Epic Coffee Time, and I'm like, come on, man, I'm only 42.
So, Dominic's already got his hand on the camera. He's ready to teach that to somebody else. You know, he's ready to sit over here in
Have
this
them
chair.
drop it on the floor.
Hopefully it'll be
Special
something-
needs.
It'll be
So-
just as funny then.
Yeah, well, and it's technically advanced.
Right.
Right.
So it's we're about an hour and 15 minutes away from the Blog Talk podcast
After the coffee.
after the coffee and the whoopie pie, which we thank our hosts this week for
Yeah, I've been
fixing.
getting creative trying to.
You do that every so often, don't you?
Yeah,
Every Wednesday
Stevie
I've been doing
Babies, friend of the show. They're
Ever
a
since
great
we've been doing
sponsor
the
for Epic
radio.
Coffee Time.
Yeah,
Ever since we've been doing the radio show.
the Stevie Babies. Find them online, Facebook /Stevie Babies,
Right.
and buy a cake, a pie, or whoopie pies,
Right.
or
Oh, I'm telling you right now, cakes.
popsicles, or
You will not get a better cake in this area. I'm telling you right now.
in this area.
In this area. Look at me. Look at me.
You got me.
I have expertise on tastes of cake. Stevie Babies. Check them out.
He's got the chew and chew and chew vodka.
That's
shirt
right.
on. So, anyway, guys, any final words? See you next week. Not you. We'll see everybody else next week.
Hey, catch us
Here next week.
10 o'clock.
We
Blog
got
Talk. Check it out on
Week after
Facebook.
next, that's right.
Find
So-
the link. Go there.
Well,
Hey.
maybe you know something I don't.
Before you shut down, next week is the 1-year anniversary show. Y'all come back. Brian Lewis will be here. And
Oh, right.
No, we won't. Yeah.